Welcome back to Battlefield. Here's my first impressions on the game as it's first released. It feels different now, not gonna lie. But I would say it's in a good way, not a bad way. A lot of things have changed, including the way I'm editing this video. So it's gonna be a little bit more of a slower paced video, where we're kind of just talking about all the different things I notice as I go along the way, and remember as I go along the way. Kind of unscripted. Usually I like scripting my videos, so definitely let me know what you think. Overall, just jumping in here, it seems pretty straightforward. The game is, we've played this before, right? We've played the beta. There's definitely some different movement. I'm instantly noticing that the gun feels a little bit different, the characters feel a little bit different. We'll kind of see what that has to hold. There's definitely some better movement changes they've made from the previous beta to where we are now. And the improvements look really good. See if we can't, Oh, hello! Oh, hi! Hi! Okay. Oh. Yikes. I'm gonna remind myself that health is an instant. Stop running away from my health pack as soon as I drop them. Oh, probably squad mate apparently. But yeah, the gameplay feels fluid. It's really smooth now. I really have to appreciate with what they've done. It doesn't feel as much like COD as it used to before. They've removed some things and they've slowed down the character from my understanding, and it makes it a much more Battlefield-esque experience. Guy behind me. I'm sure someone got him. As for the way that my gun's handling, it actually does feel a little bit different from the beta. I've noticed that it does seem to have just a little bit more recoil. It's a little less lasered in. Right now, it's still really hard to say since I don't have all the attachments unlocked yet. I've only got about 8 hours in the game at this point. Enough to kind of get a general idea, but yeah, the game looks really good. So I've been really happy with that aspect. See that enemy helicopter up there. Hopefully he doesn't see us. Oh, he saw that guy. Okay. Oh, okay. Well, he also saw me. I thought he was going to be out of view. But yeah, moving on, like, this new New York map looks really good, and it actually has pretty good flow. I actually really enjoy the verticality. This Point Baker over here is a really fun one to try to defend and attack from. Gives you a huge advantage over Charlie here, but see, there's a guy on the rooftop. Definitely some people parachuting down. My gun is not accurate enough for that distance. Okay, we're gonna pursue something else here. Shoot, guy's in the window. Survive. No! That being said, I have noticed that the gun doesn't feel as floaty as it did before. It definitely just felt like you were holding the weapon ever so lightly, and it was just kind of conveniently attached, if that makes sense. It definitely has a little bit more reactivity when you're firing it, which I really like. I really prefer that. It gives some challenge for people to get really good with their guns. That being said, I've spent a ton of time tweaking all of my settings because my sensitivity was way lower than I prefer it. I'm probably crazy. I've cranked it up to the absolute maximum on just about everything, including vehicle movement as well. There we go. Wasn't anticipating the sensitivity to be so low, so my first match was kind of chaos just because I was constantly readjusting all my settings. I was kind of hoping that from the beta to where we are now, those reflections, that it would carry over from one to the other, so that way I didn't have to change all the things I had perfected during the beta. Ooh, okay, he dead. You have to tell me what you think. A little bit of a different format for my first video. If you've watched the other video I just posted, tell me what you think about the difference in this one, just in the pacing. It's a little bit more casual, a little bit more slower pace. Definitely some big things that I've noticed since starting to play is just how meaningful destruction actually is. I've noticed it's kind of hard to actually find cover towards the end of a map or a match whenever there's a lot of damage being done to all the buildings. But in a good way as well, because you can actually give yourself an advantage to capturing a point simply by taking out a building. You know, that guy's hiding in there. If we had a tank, just shoot the walls, and he can't really hide in there anymore. Let's see if I can get him. He's definitely hiding. Ooh, there we go. That time the gun felt like a laser. I'm not really sure what the difference is, because here, yeah, right there, it feels a little bit more recoily, which is fine, but definitely seems a little inconsistent, even though it's supposed to be a repeating pattern. Try to maneuver over here. I don't know if we want to go There's a lot of dead people over there. Yeah, we'll pursue Echo. Why not? Is there a window? Oh, just a stairwell. Gosh, the lighting in this game looks so good. Try to get this guy. Nice. Being able to spot people is a huge power. Oh, 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 oh. Yikes. Yeah. Seeing a lot of guys on the mini-map over here. See if I can't get this guy. I don't know. He could be on the roof. Just hold it for a second. Oh, shit. He's not in here. Another one there. Yeah, there's a lot of people being spotted. I'm not sure if that's our helicopter, but that is really helpful. And some gunfights up here. Where is he? Oh, oh, fine. Yeah. Got him. The gunplay feels really good. Honestly, it's a really smooth, fluid process that I really enjoy. It's really satisfying whenever you get a kill. I know they really killed it with the sound design on this game. Explosions included. Everything just sounds so good. The jets flying over, the helicopters flying over, cars. Even the sound of the cartridges being ejected from my gun when they hit the ground, it sounds so good. I know that's kind of been a thing in the last couple Battlefield games, but they really nailed the sound design, so it sounds very different from environment. I've noticed it'll be a little bit more echoey in a building, which makes a lot of sense. This guy. I do appreciate all the flank routes. There's plenty of spaces to go. I thought these points would be too far isolated to get to, where you're just walking down a really long street, but they do give you a little bit of space in the bottom floors of these buildings. Oh, okay. I don't think I got that other guy. No, I did. Okay. This guy needs a revive way over there. Try to kill that guy so I can run across. Kind of daring. Let's see if this pays off. Okay, didn't get shot yet. Okay. Cool, we'll cap this. I do appreciate all the cover. The cars are really nice to have, although I'm kind of pinched here. There's a guy there and a guy there. Woo! He's pursuing. Ah! Okay. Shotguns are definitely a thing they've changed a lot, too. I've noticed they aren't as strong at distance, but close range they are still one-shot lethal. But I've also noticed sniper rifles are doing the same thing, and I'm not really sure what's... Ooh, thanks, Revive. What's causing that.
Thank you.
Because, yeah, I end up getting one shot quite often, and I'm not really sure what that's about. Shortly after I added the menu ping, I can get rid of that before we run it over, on the scoreboard. That way I can kind of tell if maybe I'm the problem lagging or if other people are, but sometimes it does feel like I just die way too quickly. I know that was a thing in the beta, and they said they were going to improve that, and I'm assuming that is just improved and we are just much squishier than previous Battlefields. That being said, these smokes look really good. They are pretty effective and do a great job just creating a lot of chaos when you push a point. Oh, okay. Alright, well, I must have been a little bit more visible than I thought I was. But overall, like, the way they expand as the smoke fills the room is really cool. I'm not 100% sure if it's reactive to all environments and all objects, but it seems like it is fairly accurate. Help my squad mate cap this point. That being said, we've kind of gone over a little bit of the things I really like, but not a whole lot of what I am disappointed on. Firstly, I was quite disappointed. I actually ended up getting the Phantom Edition of the game, thinking, cool, this will give me some fun skins right at the start of the game, I'll have it on my character. And although in this game mode, or, well, rather this round, I am wearing the right skin, but with the different factions, you're not always wearing it. The other thing I have a huge problem with is the gun. Although there is some cool weapons that come with it, I didn't realize that they're kind of hard locked and you have all these different unlocks already that came with them. But you can't really modify. You can remove them, but you can't really modify the gun too easily. And so it has a cool skin, but it's weird because it doesn't apply the way the camos do on the other guns. I'll have to show you this another time, and maybe it's a bug or maybe it's something they'll have to patch out, but it is a little bit weird how that's working out right now, and I'm not really sure why that's the case. But it does feel like I got very little content for the extra that I paid. This point's always chaos. Example A. Yeah, there's just people on all three directions. But I know it does come with the Battle Pass, so I'm not too worried once, I think it starts October 28th. in terms of content for the value I paid, but it does seem a little bit unbalanced. This helicopter's gonna nail. Oh, yeah, okay. That was terrifying. Trying to capture this point real quick before this helicopter annihilates all of us. Oh, there's a guy. Alright. Where'd my squad mate go? Okay. Did he just go down and sit? Oh! That guy knew right where I was at. Interesting. Was I spotted? Because, oh, wait. Wait, was he always down right there? Well, okay, well, we won the game. Yeah, definitely a brief look into it. I really love the graph at the end. I love seeing how our match has gone over time. That was a little bit weird at the end. Liberation Peak is always a fun one. I do appreciate this map. I appreciate how open it does feel, yet although the sniper glints were a problem before, I'm pretty sure they've resolved that. It's actually way harder to spot when snipers are actually looking at you. I think they're pretty powerful right now, but I think that's a good thing, because not every map requires a ton of sniping, and so those who do play it will be pretty effective. But I guess time will tell once we kind of get an idea for the balance of the maps. Gosh, this ATV feels so good. Look at that. I was holding the brakes for several seconds there, and skidding to that stop was so satisfying. Try to move over so I'm not getting run over. Can I do a burnout? Hold W and S at the same time? Not really, but I'll just keep holding them and then just let go of S. I don't know if it launched. Still pretty cool, though. What? What? Okay. Spinning around quite violently there. Let's see, there's definitely someone capping the point. Oh, he's in the car. Got recovered. Yeah, not armored in there, bud. You're done. Can I get in this? Oh, didn't matter. I was found. Definitely a large disappointment that I wasn't expecting was, even after playing several of the new maps, they still mostly feel very small. With the exception of Operation Firestorm, most of them still feel way too close quarters for my preference in a lot of situations. They're better, but they're, like, Siege of Cairo is pretty accurate for the sample size of the average map, I dare say. A lot of people played that map, so you can kind of get a point of reference. The game is definitely worth it. I absolutely love this game, don't get me wrong. But I am definitely looking forward to all those new maps coming out. Oh, instantly dying. Looking forward to all those new maps coming out here shortly. As the Battle Pass progresses, I think there's supposed to be 2 more at the end of this month, 2 more the following month. Supposedly another one in Christmas. I think that one's like a snowy version of one of the New York maps, which I'm really excited for. I'm really curious to see if that's going to change the environment, if your character's going to be, like, breathing tons of condensation constantly, or if it's going to be just pretty much just environmental, visual. Oh, building's collapsing. Side note, this next part I actually recorded in post. Look how weird that was. I actually had to, like, review over the footage on how unhuman this felt. Reaction time-wise, pretty proud of myself. However, what the hell, EA? I don't know if that was just a terrible bout of ping, or the servers were lagging behind and his player location changed. But, yeah, I was quite impressed with that one after the fact. Okay, alright, I think we're just going to stay in here. And try to get anyone that comes in. Gosh, that was such a weird moment. Anyway. I've just played so many multiplayer online games, I'm so used to server desync, it's kind of ridiculous. So I honestly didn't even react to it when it initially happened until I reviewed the footage and went, wow, yeah, that was actually kind of insane. I don't want to stick around too long in here. I already got 3 kills out of this place. That feels pretty good. Hopefully it can push this point. Yeah, this destruction, man, it just looks so good. Oh, 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 please gun, please, please. Okay, time to run. Yeah, times like that, I'm like, damn, yeah, I gotta get some attachments to help reduce the recoil, because it is ridiculous at times. Or at least the spread. I guess the recoil itself is fine, to be specific. Try to pull shoot that. Oh, that's not a person. That's a person. Alright. Oh boy, I don't like our position. There's a grenade. And a guy hiding. We're doing good. Oh! Oh. Yeah, those hurt. Those don't feel good. But as for my expectations for the game, honestly, it's met a lot of them. There is some things that I'm not super duper happy about. I didn't notice people up there when I was dead. But overall, I'm really, really happy with it. Oh, oh, wow, he blends in so well with that. Okay, and he's done. There's a lot of things I would probably change, however, compared to 2042, this is just so much better. This is a better game by far. Feels way less arcadey, if that's even a word. It is now, I guess. But as far as it goes for some of the custom modes that I've seen on the browser, I'm really excited for what's gonna come. But as far as I can tell, as of right now, the assets are locked to the map that you build them on, and you can't edit the terrain. Which, don't get me wrong, is a great start. We're gonna already have some incredibly cool game modes just with that. But I'm definitely looking forward to some full terrain editing because I'd love to remake some old classic maps in Battlefield and even play through them and rotate through them. So definitely exciting stuff to come for the future. So hopefully EA will keep up with their updates and development towards this game. Because honestly, it seems like as of the time of recording this, there was 750,000 people playing the game concurrently. It takes no time to find a lobby right now. The game is really popping off, which is great. I'm really glad. I'm pretty sure 2042 at its peak only had 107,000 people concurrently. And so if that doesn't tell you how not good that game did, I don't know what does. Alright, took too much damage there. I'm gonna just run for a second, hold a different position. Okay, he's good with that gun at accurate distances, dang. Yeah, the destruction really does feel meaningful. It's such an interesting take when the map falls apart. In a good way, of course. Get this guy up. That was a long distance defib. We'll take it. Tank, use the tank as a distraction. This guy doesn't see me. So hopefully for what's to come in the future, Battlefield will improve some of the small things. I've noticed one bug that has driven me crazy is, I'm not sure what's causing it. I'm going to try to debunk it a little bit later, or diagnose it, I guess. And try to figure it out because basically when you die and you go to click on a person to respawn, your cursor just outright disappears. I don't know if this is for consoles. As of right now, I'm playing on PC, so I would assume this is probably just a PC problem. Oh, okay, there's a lot of people past that smoke. That was deadly. But it was a bug that was driving me crazy because, I mean, although you could still use your arrow keys to select the point you want to spawn on, and you could change your class, it was a little bit buggy there, and so it wasn't my favorite way of going about it. So we can't get this guy, and then get this guy. But I'm sure they'll fix it. Again, it's a small bug. I've definitely noticed a bunch of really small things, but nothing crazy. Nothing game-breaking, thank goodness. That being said, EA, why did you allow open classes? It's not the end of the world, and to be fair, they have kept the game mode in that is the closed class combat. But it seems like it's an all-out warfare, which is fine, but it seems to be changing. I'm not really sure why that is, or maybe it's just my experience. But things are definitely changing as far as that's concerned, and I'm not really sure what's going on with it. Hopefully, they'll just decide. Don't get me wrong, it can be kind of fun from time to time to play with all weapons available to us, but it is quite annoying when you're walking up on a sniper and you just get shotgun blasted right in the face. That being said, as mentioned in my previous video, I've only got 3 captures in this game and I'm top of the leaderboard. I'm not all doing that great either. I've died plenty of times. So honestly, don't forget, play the objective. As for the flow of each map, it seems like they're pretty good overall. Unfortunately, I haven't played on the new maps a ton, just a couple of times. But everything except for, I would say, oddly enough, Firestorm is kind of hard. If you're, I'm not sure what side of the map it's on, but if you're on the right side of the map, it's really hard to push those points if the enemy captures them because they're so much wide open. And in theory, you could just get in a car, drive in there, but from my experience, both times I've played it, it doesn't work out that way, and your car just gets blown up. Admittedly, landmines are freaking everywhere. That needs to be nerfed, I can tell you that right now. I've noticed probably like 30 or 40 landmines just lying around on every single map. Not really sure what that's about, other than it's too much. It's hard to drive around in a vehicle. You kind of have to play much more defensively with the vehicle, and maybe that's intentional. Maybe that was a game balancing move by EA, and I don't know what I'm talking about. That's very possible. So, only time will tell what they actually end up doing. I'm really hoping they're going to give us some regular updates on balance changes when they find something too OP, and try to make it a fun overall experience for everyone involved. Because as of right now, I love just driving around in a car and running people over. That's quite hard to do when you can only get about 30 to 40 feet before you hit a landmine and blow up. So, there's that. Besides all those points, overall, I'm really happy with the game. So, I would definitely pick it up if you haven't already. Battlefield 6 is a truly fantastic title. They've really killed it with this game. The gameplay is fun. It's engaging. It looks beautiful. It sounds really good. The squad gameplay seems to be back. I'm really engaged with my squad again. I say that as I'm not really near them right here. But overall, you're playing as a team, and that matters a lot. This map was a little bit different because I know this map because we played it in the beta, and so I'm not really doing the usual things. Try to get this guy. Ah, so close. Come on, revive me. You're 3 meters away. Thank you. Speaking of thank you, I've noticed it's a bug. If you hit Q too quickly, your character does not say thank you. Unless you manually go to the rotary menu and select it, which is fine. I'm sure they'll fix it. I've just noticed it. If you hit it right as you get revived, it kind of just doesn't do anything. Overall, this game has been tremendous. I've loved every aspect of it, and I would highly recommend picking it up if you haven't. As for what we're going to do in the future here, I'm definitely thinking I'm going to go ahead and start playing through some of the story mode and experiencing what that has to hold, because I'm really excited. They've really cooked with the multiplayer, and so I've got some high hopes for the single-player campaign mode. I'm sure they've done a great job with it. So let me know if you want to see that in the comments below, and we'll go ahead and start playing through that. Maybe we'll try to figure out hidden Easter eggs. I'm sure EA's got a couple of those propped in there. See if the storyline actually makes sense for the game mode as well. I know in 2042 it was very non-existently bland, so time will tell what that's looking like. Overall, I'm excited. We'll catch you guys in the next video. Have a great day. Bye.